And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Capricorn for the whole of 2025. This is not going to be as difficult a year for many of you as you might expect. But there are certain trigger points this year which do stand out big time. So let's get the minutiae, if you like, out of the way first of all. And this is where the first really strange thing happens. There is no new moon in Capricorn in 2025. And the reason that's happening is because the new moon cycle works on a 12.5-month cycle. So there will be a new moon in Capricorn at the very end of 2024, and then there'll be one at the very start of 2026. But there's not going to be one in 2025. That doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean it's not a good year to make fresh starts. There is a full moon in Capricorn, and that's going to be on the 10th of July, I think. And that's going to be a time, that's on the same time as Saturn's going retrograde, which rules Capricorn. So I think that the 10th of July for many of you is going to be a period of time where you're going to be making choices about what you still want to continue with and what you don't, who is still important and who isn't. But this is not a big deal. Mercury will be passing through Capricorn from the 8th to the 28th of January. Venus will only briefly touch Capricorn in 2025. It will move into Capricorn on the 24th of December, but it will only stay there for a week, and then we're into 2026. Similarly, Mars will move into Capricorn on the 15th of December. So, using Venus and Mars as the two planets that govern the more personal, the more intimate side, your love life, for want of another word. This is of no consolation to you, I know, but most of you will suddenly find that as you get into the last 2 weeks of December, it all suddenly kicks in. Of course, you have to wait till the end of the year. Sod's Law is called. This brings me to the outer planets, the planets that affect you at the year-by-year level. Now, you're going to absolutely love this, folks. Pluto has left Capricorn now, and the next time that Pluto's going to touch Capricorn directly in terms of passing into it is in 231 years from now. So Pluto has finished with you permanently, once and for all. He's not even going to be giving you a positive aspect, let alone a challenging one, for at least another 20 years. Pluto has finished. Psychologically, you've all been through the hedge backwards, inside out, upside down, back to front, over this last 16 or 17 years. And now you're all in a psychologically refreshed state. Most of you, it has to be said, for the positive. A few of you for the worst. But just because Pluto's left you alone doesn't mean that it's all going to be easy. Saturn and Neptune are going to move into Aries in the second quarter of 2025. And this is going to impact on the lives of those of you born on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and possibly the 24th of December. Particularly those of you born around the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. With Neptune squaring your sun over the coming year, I see this as a time where there's going to be a degree of nebulousness, fog, moments or times of fatigue and weariness, accompanied by a capacity for a greater approach to spirituality, a deeper intuition, and a better relationship with the divine, however you see the divine as being. But this is not going to be putting you off planet, anything but, because Saturn is also going to be squaring the sun of those people 21st to the 24th of December at exactly the same time. And that is going to put your head in the clouds, but keep your feet firmly on the ground. So it's a kind of trade-off. The negative side of this is that every time you try and build something new, it will dissolve underneath you. The positive side of the same thing is it's going to bring a great deal more structure and discipline into your creative endeavors and your imagination. At the other end of Capricorn, Uranus is smiling on you. Uranus is going to be spending the first 4 months of the year continuing its year-long trine to the sun of those of you born from the 15th to the 18th, 19th of January. And here we're looking at people who are really blessed because they're going to be getting real opportunities to begin again, to reinvent themselves, to start afresh. And then from May, June onwards, this continues into the lives of those Capricorns born from the 19th of January onwards into the 20th, 21st of January. Those people born at the end of Capricorn, Uranus is going to be trining your sun this coming year, and this is to be looked forward to. This is going to be bringing stimulus, originality, novelty, change in a positive way. And Jupiter's going to be hitting you, not so much earlier in the year, but later in the year. From June the 9th, Jupiter will move into your opposite sign of Cancer. And from that time, Jupiter will affect all of you, or at least those of you born between the 21st, 22nd of December and the 15th, 16th, 17th of January, which is almost all of you. And it's going to affect you particularly in the ways that you deal with other people at the one-to-one level, whether it's personal and intimate, friend, social, professional, or family, but one-to-one situations. And there should be a marked improvement in these areas. So overall, it has to be said that the forecast is generally quite good for the majority of you. It's only those of you born at the very start of Capricorn who are going to come under the microscope. And there is a particular time here where I do advise caution. And this will be the time when Jupiter in the sky in early Cancer is going to be squaring both Neptune and Saturn in early Aries. And this is going to impact on you all. And this will be around the middle 2 weeks of June. So I would advise you all in the middle 2 weeks of June, stay below the radar screen. Don't stick your head above the parapet. Don't take silly chances. Good time to be on holiday. Good time to be out of the firing line. But with the exception of that, for 90% of you, this coming year is a year where you can actually get on with things without having other people watching you, and where you feel that finally the monkey is off your back. As far as 2025 goes, Capricorn, for 90% of you have a chilled out and relaxing year.